This is the Opie and Anthony Podcast. Find the show on Twitter @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton. And on SiriusXM every weekday.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Having a good time with Jim Breuer today. Where'd we leave off?
Somewhere.
Your 85-year-old dad? He's 85?
He's 85. World War II vet.
God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him.
God bless him. He was in the big one.
The big one, right?
Right.
The war to end all wars.
He was in the big one.
Fought the Nazis or the Japs? Which
Japs.
one? Yeah, over in the Pacific
The
Theater.
Japs. Matter of fact, when we would play pool, you know, in the old days, if you play pool, and if you get the one ball going behind so the other guy can't get the ball.
Oh, yeah, what'd you do?
He would call it like, you japped me.
Right.
And I never understood what that meant.
That's how the old veterans talk.
You japped me, you dirty rat.
Yeah.
See this guy, the way he plays ball, he japs you.
That's
Well, what does that mean? It's just being sneaky. It's being kamikaze-ish.
Yeah,
Japping
it's being
me.
Pearl Harbor-ish.
Yes.
Things like that.
Jap me when I wasn't looking.
Anything sneaky was kind of used.
Jappy.
They would say that, yeah.
Does
And
he go-
that's what he would do. Yeah, you're right, man. Because whenever I would take the car and I wouldn't tell him, he's like, "What'd you jap the car last night?"
It really is amazing that was completely fine. And
Hey, Doris, the kid japped the car. Did you jap my wallet while I was sleeping? Everything was japped.
yeah, it's amazing.
That is.
Different time, but he.
Hey, do you go to the hall with
You
him?
live through it, I mean.
What do you mean the whole?
You know, where all the old soldiers go and drink and tell jokes.
Well,
VFW
play
or
cards.
something?
VFW.
he's different now. He was great all the way up until a couple years ago. Here, tip for the wise, especially you got elderly parents: don't take a man's car away, even if he can't drive anymore.
Oh, really?
Lily, the minute, well, my mother took my dad's car away.
That was a little slip there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we're all
wife.
thinking about that one for a second. What's a Breuer into?
My mom didn't tell my dad. My dad had what they thought was a mini stroke. It really wasn't. He got a prescription. It was too much for him, and he almost died from it. He passed out and convulsions and all that. But so my sister, who lives down in Florida, who's we call her the hurricane. She comes up, border everything. She's coming up. Destruction for 3 days straight. There's cries, there's laughs, there's fights. There's just awesome. So
And then she leaves.
right, and then she leaves.
And you got the
Destruction.
cleanup.
Right. Major cleanup. She's always never has a car, whatever. My mom, and she's not my father's kid, without even telling my dad, gave her car away and gave it to her. Wow. You might as well took a knife and gutted my father in the heart.
Really?
From that day on, my father stopped living. This has been 2 years. And I think maybe the pooping himself doesn't help at all either.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you, your dad still around?
Oh,
Nah,
boy,
he
so
went,
awkward.
Long time, right?
Ah, come on.
Don't look at me.
No, I know you.
My
I know
dad's
you.
done
94
too.
or something like that. 1994. He wasn't 94.
All right. Well, I met Jimmy's dad. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. That's a reality wake-up call. I don't care how much money you make, how great you think you are. When you're looking at your dad, and your dad is in your car, and you're leaving a place like Long Island, and you're at a place where you can't pull over, and he looks to you and goes, I gotta go. And you go, all right, well, I'll be over the bridge in about 5 minutes. I'm not going to make it. How can you not going to make it? We're going to be over the bridge in 5 minutes. And then you're on a bridge and you're stuck and it just goes down. And then there's this awkward silence.
Oh, no.
Yeah, my mom's in the back. I always said you were full of crap.
Oh, God.
She's trying to make light of it. And well, before that, it was a whole bashing. My mom's not helpful. Before this really happened, I mean, it was very embarrassing. I saw it is a World War II vet, and now he can't control his bowel movement. And my mom the whole time was like, you didn't know you had to go before you left Long Island? How stupid. You should have known you had to drink beer, and now you ate the cheese. So she's just barraging him to death. Now he actually goes, and it was dude, to be washing your car out with a hose.
Oh, no. no.
It's seeing the poor guy waddle away with just these, like a 3-year-old and these pants that are just...
I hit a skunk, Karen.
Get back in the house, Karen. Mind your business. And there's this awkward, bizarre, and he feels dumb.
Oh, yeah.
That's emasculating for a guy.
Oh,
Yes.
gotta be right.
A little bit.
And it's happened a couple. That was the beginning. I've had last year we went on a tour, right? And we're on the tour bus. I'm sure Jimmy would know.
You brought your dad on tour.
Yes, and I said, big rule: do not go on the tour bus. I think anyone who's been on a tour bus knows that. Now, like everyone's been on a tour. Hey, you've been so anyway. Oh, you've been on a tour bus? No pooping. Now we're in Michigan, and we only have a 2-hour ride. And it's noontime. And when I'm on the road, I don't give my father any pills. He's got to take like 9 pills. I never give it to him. My mom, because he does sleep all day. I don't think it does anything good for him. It really doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what he takes. My mom's like, you got to give it to him because if you don't take it, he'll be dead. And I didn't buy a plot, and there's nowhere to bury him, and I ain't got the money, and his kids ain't taking my money. Turns into this big ordeal. So I just don't give him the pills. And he sleeps, and he's aware all day, and he's great. But he doesn't poop when he's supposed to poop. So this one day, I said, Dad, we can't get on the bus until you go. He's like, I ain't gotta go. I'm a grown man. I'm not gonna go. All right. We get on the bus. We're holding everyone up. We're maybe 15 minutes away from where we gotta be. And he's like, I gotta go. I said, Dad, we're gonna be there any second. I tell the bus driver, my dad's gonna. He's like, we'll be there in 10 minutes tops. Yeah, I gotta go. All right. He goes into the toilet, which is like from maybe here to a half a foot away. He goes in there, and now he's in there really long. We parked.
Oh, no.
We're unloading, and he's still in there. And then the funk kicks in. And you're like, what is going to open the door? And he's just, bewildered. And he's like, I didn't make it. Like, how'd you not make it? You were
there.
You're in here. How do you not make it? And, all you got is wet naps. I had this big, awesome black guy. Yo, I got me some wet naps for your daddy, man. Yo, it's funny, but it ain't funny. Funny, but it ain't funny. And it was, it's one of those situations. That
How bad was it?
It's when
Just everywhere?
Nah, it's in his pants, but then it was like on him. So as he's moving, he gets it on the walls. I'm like, stop moving!
Oh, no.
Stop moving! So it's literally
those
like
bathrooms
having
aren't very big, so.
Right, it's like having a 3-year-old, but at the same time, you're like, sit still! Don't move! You got it all over. And the whole time, bro, I could change a 3-year-old, but an adult, talk about
does he wear, like-
try heave action. No, and I was going to give him diapers. Again, it depends. He's not doing it. He's not doing it. So now we have these arguments like, Dad, if you poop yourself, you clean yourself, because I'm not doing it. Put on the diapers or we're not doing it. And it's just, World War II vet.
Yeah.
A man that's been his whole life. He took his car away, and he's like, I'm going to sleep all day. I don't care.
You had to change him like a baby?
Oh, yeah. Dude, one time we were in Kentucky. We're in Kentucky. This was the worst. We're in this place, Kentucky, and I'm playing this place, Cincinnati, and we go to one of those new plazas. They're like, let's get the Negroes out of here, and we'll build a cheesecake factory. We'll put an improv in a cheesecake factory, and people will come from all over, and a P.F. Chang's. It'll be lovely.
How true is that?
Right.
They did it in Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Everywhere. No more Negroes and Hispanics. We've got P.F. Chang's. Yay. Bring in that Brazilian place. The Latinos love that, and it'll make them feel classy. So... we're at one of these joints on the river, and we're looking at the water, and all of a sudden he goes, I gotta go to the toilet. Oh my God. How much? All right, let's start walking. Dad, walk with me. You're gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh, wow.
Huge tourist area. So now I gotta walk behind him for the embarrassment part, and we went to this little Irish pub to get him in the toilet, And I'm walking with the poor guy. And I'm like, Dad, just stay close to me. And while I'm behind him, I'm and I get him we walk in the restaurant. And I'm like, get a table for two, but we gotta go to the bathroom. Okay, the bathroom's over there. We go in the bathroom. Now I got to run to a mall. I hit him in the stall, and I locked him in the stall. I said, don't come out of the stall. Don't change your pants. Don't do nothing. I got to go look for
I don't mean.
I know, but it's funny.
Go shopping now.
Yes. So now I got to go shopping. I bought these big sweatpants. I get the sweatpants. I need really big. And I'm like, what? It's not for me. It's for my dad. It's a long story. So I get the sweatpants. We go back. She forgets to take off the metal thing. That's another whole story. So we get to the toilet, and there's a guy teed off that there's a guy been in the stall for so long. And I go in there, and he goes, hey, I'm next. I've been waiting. I said, my dad's in there. He goes, I'm next, though. I said, bro, I got a situation.
Yeah.
You want to take care of the situation? And he goes, he literally goes, what are you, a Yankee? And I open the door so he can see.
Yeah, see the problem.
And then the look on his face of he just didn't. He was like, well, I'm not really sure I understand the situation. And so he leaves the room, and I change my dad, and I got to find a bag, and I put everything away, and I give him new socks and shoes and blah blah. So yeah, it's not it's a reality situation, but it's not the most fun thing in the world. I'll tell you that.
But it sounds like you've been through this a lot.
Oh, I've been through it at least 8 to 10 times in public. In public.
Wow.
But if he wore something, like I know guy wants to, but if he
correct,
would it be a lot easier?
Yes, like the next tour, he's wearing some.
Because the worst that happens is you fix it, you change it, and you're done.
Yeah,
yes,
it's not getting all over.
Yes, and that
you can't tell these old guys that though. That's the problem.
Right, and the other thing
God,
is,
it would be so easy if they would just listen to you.
And the other thing is, he has convulsions all the time and passes out. If I learned no more wine for him. So to keep him, occupied and keep his mind going, on Sundays I make a dinner for like family and invite people over. So I make some sauce and I always bring him over because my mom bashes, hey, he's so stupid, you're useless. So I bring him over. I go, Dad, here's some basil. Take off the little leaves. It's just like a kid. You give him a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, color. Here's some crayons. A little. So I give him a bag of basil, and all he has to do is take off the leaves and put it in a bowl, and he feels important. He feels like he's
doing something.
He's doing something. He's like, is this right? Oh, it's perfect.
Oh,
it's absolutely perfect, Dad. So while he's doing that, he's like, I got a drink. I cut him some cheese, and I give him some wine.
Uh-oh.
And and literally about 3 minutes later, I see his eyes start going back in his head. His head starts twitching really violently up towards the sky. And the kid's like, something's wrong with Grandpa. Like, oh, my God. And to watch what you think you're watching death, I literally grab his face. I'm like, go see your brothers, Dad. I swear to God, your brothers are waiting for you. Your family's waiting for you. Go ahead, Dad. We love you. We love you. I start giving little kisses. We love you. This also happened at his 85th birthday party this year.
Oh, my God.
At my yard.
Right.
And we sang Johnny.
Big yard party.
Big
nice.
yard party. And Johnny Cash.
Nice.
I was singing Johnny Cash tunes. And right in the middle, everyone's like, Jim! Jim! I go, and his head's violently bopping up and down. Again, I grab him like, Dad, go see your brothers. They're waiting for you. But he's passing out. It's something with the pills and certain alcohol. And then as soon as they wake up, you're not done. All right, now he's coming to. Now, if you ever pass out, how do you feel when you wake up? You got to poop and throw up. So,
no.
So every time he's up, he's like, I gotta go. Like, oh my God, get a bucket. Get a bucket or something. So yeah, it's fun between that and the 3 kids.
It's a hell of a life. That's a TV show I'd watch.
You got that right.
Wow.
I would watch that religiously. Breuer and his old man. You can call it Breuer and his old
Breuer
man.
and his old man.
When you're running around like trying to take care of your dad and covering for him, are you getting recognized? People are like, oh my God,
yeah,
Breuer.
if I'm on the road, yes. If I'm on the road, absolutely. Like the one in Kentucky, people are like, hey, Breuer. I'm like, and I try to keep my eye contact off of people.
Yeah.
I don't make eye contact whatsoever.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is what it is. And I laugh about it, and I make him laugh about it. And
How is he? What you talk about on stage? He's fine with that.
I don't know, Opie. You watched him. How was he?
He pretty much told these stories and no other stories, but they were of this.
I told the gymnastics story, which was
where
so funny.
I had to run into the.
We go to gymnastics. I take my little 5-year-old gymnastics, which is a joke. Gymnastics.
I got to stop for 1 second. Like when he talks about his kids, it's awesome. A lot of comedians, when they start doing the kid thing, you're like, ugh.
It's faggy.
It kind of is, but Breuer had him with your kid stuff, man. One of your kids is in gymnastics.
Yeah.
And you break it down. You basically tell the people what it really is.
Yes, which is they put a bathing suit on, they charge you $400, and they give him a stamp when it's over. It's an excuse to give him a little stamp. Here's a butterfly. That's all the kid cares about.
Right. And he gets the butterfly stamp at the end of the day.
My dad's pulling up. He's got to go. There's nowhere to pull over. It's New Jersey. It's all one-lane roads, no left turns. And we're going there, and I hear it. I'm like, oh, my God, Dad, hang in there. When are we going to be there? Hang in there. The whole time, my kid's in a bed. I forget she even exists. We go pulling up to the gymnastics place. I have to. Now, I've been in this scenario. I know I have to pull on the sidewalk because if he is walking and he has to lift his leg up to go on a curb that much, it's over. Wow. It's completely over. So I pull up on the sidewalk as another class is coming up. In the meantime, I unbutton his pants to give him some breathing room. So he gets out of the car. His pants are undone. All these kids are coming out. Like, oh, my God, what's going on? And the whole time he's cursing. You're like, I got to S myself. The 5-year-old gets out. Grandpa's going to S himself. Grandpa's going to S himself. And so the crew started helping him. They grabbed him by the arm, but in the act, I say he made it, but real fact, he didn't make it.
Yeah,
he made it all the way to the door. He made it all the way to the door, didn't make it, and then my daughter came up. I was like, "Here's the stamp, Grandpa." Tried to make him feel better. Yeah. But it didn't work.
The Opie and Anthony Podcast.
Well, I told these guys that you were supposed to be aborted.
Yes.
That's funny, which comics loved. They're like, you're supposed to be aborted. I think you were. Doesn't that mean you might be born retarded? Which obviously you still are.
What I like about the story, though, I'm sure there's a lot of people that were supposed to be aborted, but they don't know about it. Your mom openly talked about it.
She tells me.
She told you and everyone that would listen that you were supposed to be aborted.
I said, this is when I get my mom. She must have been wasted all the time. She would go... I went to the doctor, and I said, I have terrible gas. And he said, you're not pregnant. And then 5 months later, I was dancing with your 5 months.
She had no idea.
How do you not know you're pregnant? And she said, I felt a kick while I was dancing with your father. And I went, oh, that's not gas. And they all said because of her age, she should abort the baby and get rid of the baby, and we'll give you something, we'll get rid of that sucker. And as my mom said, something told me to have this child. Just have the child. And she probably back then really just wanted to clamp onto my dad, take his whatever money he had left. But
another obligation.
And she obviously was partying and stuff because she didn't know she was pregnant.
No,
most girls will slow down the partying a little bit because they're like, "Oh shit."
My dad was her fourth husband. So,
okay.
If there is a fourth husband, I don't even know they were married until like 10, and I went, "Where's your wedding pictures?" There's no wedding pictures.
Oh no!
Where's your wedding pictures? And then one day they were watching TV and they're like, "Oh, that's the guy who married us." And I walked in, and they're like, "Judge so and so of Valley Stream, Long Island today wins an award for most garbage cleanup." And she was like, "Yeah, he married us." So I still to this day I don't know what happened.
What kind of marriage?
I just assume my dad was a bartender, who was I think still married. We're going through a divorce. He was a raging drunk, from what I understand. He not a mean drunk, but a World War II still in the jungle drunk.
Sure. Old school. An old school drunk.
Right. Let's go out to dinner, and while the waitress is going, today's special's inside, he's hearing todo mokai, na, na. Are you ready to order, sir? Oh, the Budweiser. Budweiser. So, yeah. And so,
He was still fighting the war in his head, huh?
Oh, God.
all his friends, now that I look back, the one guy killed himself, one guy hung himself, one guy drank himself to death, and they were all World War II guys.
Yeah. Wow.
And they got him a job. 2 of the guys had heart attacks, and they were all like our age.
Wow.
Just our age, coming back from the war, and just that was
Just
it. You know,
had too much.
There
Saw too much.
there is no Dr. Katz going.
So, tell me about these images you have in your
Yeah.
head. Do you feel guilty of watching another man's skull bleed to death?
Yeah, then it was just like, you did it. You come home. Now you live your life with your young lady.
Like, go bang and start
Yeah,
kids.
yeah.
Forget where you just came from, people. It's America. We'll give you $100 in booze. Today we're going to have a VFW hall to celebrate these great American heroes.
And they're all fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, Georgie drank himself to death, but he's an American hero. Fuck Russia.
Holy
Fuck Nazi Germany.
That's so true.
You know?
You're so right. You ever go to the VFW hall with your dad? Did he go to those places?
I did. You know,
I used to love going there with my dad when he
me
was
too.
alive.
Me too. And he went to a.
They were so fucking racist. Holy.
Well, that's where
but they didn't know any better. I mean,
that's all they knew.
old school racism.
Absolutely.
There was a Polak there, a black guy, a
Right.
Jew, an Irish, an Italian, and they just beat the shit out of each other all
Right.
night long.
How many Tuskegee Airmen does it take to tar a roof?
No, they loved it though.
Hey, Leon, come here. I want to touch your bird head.
That ain't funny, Jimbo. That ain't funny.
Quiet, Spooky.
Yes.
Hey, Jewbag, I'm buying a house. Can you help me out?
And here they come, America's troops leaving the ships that were just in Europe, coming back to the United States to their loved ones that I'm sure they will beat with their fists if dinner is late.
Yeah, as soon as this celebration's over,
Here they come.
it's a horror show.
Here they come. Here comes the first one. And and he's puking over the side with a bottle of bourbon in his throat. And his penis is hanging out. An obscure scene, however, a true hero.
James Smith has just got off the boat, and he's walking by a Japanese restaurant. He's now killing everyone inside.
What
There
a
you
great
go.
day for Odd Nation.
Still saying, go get 'em, boys.
Brewer's so right. Just buy a nice
no
little house
help.
in the suburbs.
No
right?
help. Just forget about everything you saw.
Hey, listen, all that killing and murdering and all that jazz and all your friends getting blown to pieces, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You did a good cause. Go have a cocktail.
Well, he still has blood on his uniform from his best friend's brain. But he's supposed to just go to the bakery and go to work.
Hey, read the local newspaper. Look what's going on in the box office. Let's hear the latest on Lindsay Lohan. Welcome back from Iraq. We really care about your cause there in Afghanistan. Hey, Tom Cruise has got a new movie coming out. How about that guy? And his new car. God bless America, where we put everything important right up in front of the news.
You have no legs, but Elliot Spitzer's got a new show.
Hey, while you come back when watching your friend's corpse, hey, don't forget one of the Jets are holding out for $60 million to defend a football. Hey, God bless America.
It's just, there was no help.
But we really care.
We care for you
fuck.
and yours.
God, that's great. That is just great.
As the great James Hetfield would say, sad but true.
Love that fucking song.
Oh, God.
Damn, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's reality right there. That's heavy reality.
Brewer, fat kid, was supposed to be aborted.
Yeah.
Mom has no problem telling people that.
It's pretty cool,
It's a great book, Jim.
I
It
think
really is a
I think
great
young
book.
comics will like it. I think I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
I wanted more dad stories, but that sounds like you're setting up for maybe a second book or something.
Well, like him crapping himself?
Oh, shit.
Dude, that's a nightmare.
Wait, you don't
He's still crapping?
Listen to this one. I went to I did like 14 days. I'm in Iowa. I'm in Dubuque, Iowa. We roll up to this gorgeous hotel. Gorgeous hotel.
Why are you down there?
Playing. I'm performing there.
For 14 days?
Well, it was like Des Moines, Chicago, all these different
Gotcha.
So the Midwest tour.
Yeah, very exciting. So I come, we're at Dubuque, and there's a casino there, beautiful hotel. We get out. As I'm getting out, I'm checking in, and now he's already crapped himself twice. I've already had 2 incidents where I'm dry heaving my balls off.
You're just taking him on the road with you to hang out.
Yeah, because otherwise he just stares at a wall waiting to die.
Right.
Oh, fuck.
That's really what it comes down to.
Reality, man.
He's just staring at a wall waiting to
So
die.
you're trying to do the right thing as a son.
Thank you, Yanks.
One of your crap stories is in the book. The plane one is just terrific.
Oh, the plane. Yeah,
Anyway.
that was a tough one. This one's funnier and more tragic, and
Okay.
just this is so recent. The kid comes up to me. He's got a camera and he goes, "Breuer, your dad has to go. He has to go now. I know I've got about 5 seconds to get him out in the toilet or it's over." So I go there. I open the door, and when I open the door, there's shit on my fingers.
Oh, fuck.
Right. So I'm like, what the?
Oh.
What is this? Like, what? So I'm looking at his hands. I can't understand where it came from. It's not on his hands, and it's fresh, and I can't tell where it's coming from.
God.
So I pull him up, and as I pull him up, I put him in the wheelchair, and I'm looking. I don't see nothing. So I roll him in. It's a beautiful hotel. I mean, it's businessmen are all having their meeting and they're drinking wine. It's like hot cocktail hours. I get in, and as I'm checking, I can smell it. So I'm like, oh man, I see people looking around. And I look at him, he's got shorts on, and I don't know how I missed it. There's clumps of dung just hanging at his shorts. So, yeah.
Oh, no.
Are we supposed to laugh? Can we
You
laugh
have
about
to.
it?
How can you not?
bad.
So I roll him to the corner of the room where no one could see him. I'm like, "Dad, you don't feel it." I feel it's like a dog when they're 15. It's just tragic. So I'm scooping out his poop with paper towels. I'm dumping the garbage. I finally get him upstairs and I'm showering him up. But when I went downstairs, where I took him out of the car, there's a pile that must have fell out of his shorts, and it's on the sidewalk. So, and and one of the most, it's such a surreal moment in life to see like where we go in life. Like just, there's a billion flies all over this thing, and people are just staring at it and they're going,
I can't believe someone let their dog just defecate on the sidewalk.
and I'm like, man, it's my dad. It's my dad. It's not a dog's crap. It's my dad's crap. Yeah, it's fun stuff, man.
Oh, man.
Drive your ass off. I mean, like, hard.
You smell your fingers for the rest of the night like when something's bad on it. You
Yeah.
can't help it.
Yeah, you get bars of soap and you're digging
Can't
your
help it.
nails in it.
Just clawing at the soap to get it under your fingernails.
It follows you everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't think you can leave us.
Now, the obvious. Why doesn't he wear adult diapers?
He does. But just like kids, as you will learn about yours, Ope, kids sometimes have ones that just, the diaper can't hold it. It explodes right
Oh,
through.
yeah, we got that going on
Wow.
already.
So I starved him the last 3 daars.
Because you didn't want to do
We
it.
were going on a plane. I starved him to death. There was no how, screw that. What are you gonna do? I can't have him crapping all over.
You had him do it on a plane one time? I don't know the story.
Oh, Jimbo.
That one's in the
You
book.
had to go into the bathroom?
Oh, no. We're on one of those little puddle hoppers.
Oh.
We make it all the way back to Newark. We're taxiing to the gate. We're about 5 feet from the gate, and he turns to me and he goes, I got a shit. I said, Dad, we can't stop on the taxiway. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. You sure you're fine? I'm fine. You sure? Yeah, I'm good. All of a sudden, I smell it. And I'm going, oh, no. I said, did you? He goes, no, I can tell the way he's sitting.
Yeah, a little sideways.
Yeah, he's got the one cheek up. And I went, he dropped it. He dropped it. Thank God, I'm not even exaggerating, there was like a 2-year-old kid behind me crying. So I'm trying to get the rest of the cabin to start staring at the kid like someone needs to be changed. So when we get off, I don't realize it's there until as I'm walking him up because it's so small. I'm backing up. And then when I backed him out to get in his wheelchair, you just see in the back of his pants. So I brought him into a Continental President Club.
Yeah.
I roll him in there.
They're like, you can't have a club card.
I'm like, I don't have a club card. I got an emergency. I can have the pub. I'm not using the public. I'm using the private. Oh, okay. Go in there. I mean, I get him in there. It looked like someone took algae and just threw it all over his legs, his pants. Was on the chair, and as I'm trying to clean it, I'm literally like, ugh! And he's going, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm like, I know you didn't mean it.
Oh, God.
The worst is when other people come in.
Oh, my God.
People coming in, and now they're coming in for the show. They don't know, like, what's going on in the bathroom? Like, I don't know, there's some guy in a stall.
no.
And the smell is horrifying.
Now, do you carry, because you know he might do that, do you
Yes.
carry extra pants or something?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I carry pants, diaper, shirt, because when he craps, it goes up his back. It goes down his pants.
Just like a baby.
Yeah, and the worst is when he craps himself and he gets on the toilet, it's all on his legs. So when he gets up from the toilet, I forget, I'm not going to wipe your legs on the toilet.
So is
wow.
it just age or was he sick? Or?
It's age.
Just age. Okay.
It's age. It's like a dog when they just sit there and they're shaking and it just squirts out their ass.
How old is Pops now?
87.
Jeez.
Fuck, man.
God bless him.
How do you have an 87? He was old when he had you. You're a younger guy for an 87.
45, I think he had me. And, I keep asking him, like, you want me pillow? You won't even feel it. Sleeping. Middle of the night. If you ever, just let me know. Let me know. I'll totally do it. Don't worry about it.
Is he coherent at all? Like you guys talk?
He's very coherent, but now he won't, it's weird, man. You see your dad, and he does absolutely nothing. He won't read a paper. He won't watch television. He just sits waiting to die.
Wow.
And so the only time he's coherent is when I show up.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
When I show up, that's it.
Is he living with you now?
Oh, like once a week.
Yeah, that
He'll
was
come in
initial.
for the weekends and stuff.
Yeah.
And my mom wanted him back. Like, bring him back here. Which is, she just barrages him.
Oh.
As he craps, which he feels horrible for, she's like, you're disgusting. You can't see this coming, for Christ's sake.
He's 87.
I'm not cleaning shit or I'm going to poison you. Yeah. So she's no help.
How old is she?
She's 85 and she's blind in an eye. And she's got a big crazy tumor on her hip that she won't get rid of. It's the size of a golf ball. She has cancer on her face, which she keeps saying is a pimple. I'm like, Ma, you got cancer on your face. No, I'm not going to the doctor. Let it take upon my face. It's horrifying, bro. It's horrifying.
Wow.
Watching. Yeah. She's got this big red spot on her face with a black tip. I'm like, it's cancer. No, it's not. I've had it checked out. Like, oh, God.
Oh, checked it out. One of her friends.
It's
Right.
It's like they reach a point, and I think every parent says it at some point to their kid. They go, "Oh, if I ever get to that point, you
Take
fucking
me out."
take me out."
Yeah.
And then they get to that point, and you go like, "Am I supposed to
Yeah,
take him
right.
out?"
She said it
Am I
years
supposed
ago.
to?
Yeah.
Right. I guess, in the old days, they'd jump off a cliff or something. I don't know what they...
fucking do.
I'm going to go feed myself to the lions.
Yeah, they just walked themselves into the woods to die.
Right.
Carv Brooks was here on a beam and just fucking.
My dad, I used to listen to Sam Kinison, and he would go, when I'm at the age, when I'm at the toilet, and it's just dripping out, just kill me. And I hear that over my dad, whenever he wears, like his piss, it just trickles out. It trickles out, and it doesn't go in the toilet, it goes all over his pants. And I go, Dad, you don't see the peel? He's like, I don't get what, am I going on a fashion show? Am I going on a fashion show? And he's got piss all over his pants.
Fashion show.
It's so sad.
What an old school guy, though.
is.
But I will say, I brought him on the. I bring him to Iowa. You're gonna freaking Jimmy and you would. All of you would love him in public because he's beyond shocking and he knows exactly what he's doing.
He does.
We go into this Italian restaurant and this waiter, he tests every waiter that comes up. It comes up, hi, today's are you a fag? No, sir. No, sir. But, I have nothing against him. All right, Chris Scram. Now the guy comes up and he goes, man, you look like a badass. You used to be in the military. Now he's in World War II. Now these guys are getting dirtier and dirtier. He comes over, you know what our specials is, and he goes, "Yeah, it's my weenie." And you got to look around and make sure no one's hurt him. And now the kid's playing with him. He comes back, and the kid's like, I just checked with the whole staff, and apparently your weenie's not that special. So now he's got a friend. The worst, though, and he says is so freaking... The manager comes over, because now they know who I am and all this jazz. Manager comes over and he brings a dessert tray with some other lady. And he goes, is any of these, these are our desserts. He goes, any of them taste like pussy? And I'm like, Dad! And the waiter's like, oh, well, absolutely, go for the cream brulee. That's like by far the... So... He still has his wits, but unless you're shocking and dirty humor, he wants nothing to do with it.
He doesn't want to do it.
He wants nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
he wants to go shocking and dirty. He wants to go filthy. Every trip is, are we getting laid? Dad, what are you going to do? I still got a tongue. Dad. So he has that wit about him.
He's still a guy.
Yeah.
But if you ask him what year it is, it's 1986.
Oh, really?
Good enough, close enough.
That's it. Yeah.
Cares.
I had to get him out of the hospital that way. They kept asking him. This is what he said. They say, Mr. Breuer, how you feeling? Terrible. What's the matter? I'm pregnant. Is he crazy? He's always like that. What year is it? Who gives a shit? Who's the president? Who gives a shit? All right, we got to keep him in here. I'm like, no, he's fine.
No, that's him.
That's him.
That's exactly how
Don't worry about it.
he's supposed to be.
I'm signing him out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
You know,
him in there. Oh,
it
my
is what
God.
it is. You laugh at it or...
Yeah, what are you going to
or
do?
you sit there and go, oh, this is the worst. What are you going to do?
Yeah, other people can just fucking sit there, though, and
It's hilarious.
Ruins their life, too.
It's
you
funny.
Just sit there, but
Are you embarrassed or do you just embrace it? Because I get so embarrassed about nonsense. I shouldn't.
I used
Really?
to.
You used to be embarrassed and...
I get embarrassed when he says certain things to... I don't mind for the guys, but it's in front of women.
Yeah.
Like... I get embarrassed. When he shits himself, it's mortifying. It's mortifying. To be in public, it's just mortifying to have an old man, because he's that guy. Don't you picture yourself seeing an old man again and their pants are soiled? You're going, ew, put him away.
Oh, fuck.
Take him out. I'm like, no, it's my dad. So, yeah, sometimes it's a little.
You carry like wet naps and stuff?
I bring a hose, Jimmy. Wet naps don't do the job.
You're going to be the greatest son of all time.
Yeah, I'm a bad son.
I don't know if I can handle that. To that extent. I've done some shit.
If you see that look, well, you won't.
Yeah, my dad's gone now.
If you see that look in a relative or a close friend, just that look of, man, I'm so sorry. You go, all right, let me. All right, let me go back to smoking pot and get some music, and we'll get through this thing here.
I haven't joined the club where you wipe your own parents' ass.
It's not fun, bro.
I got a few in my family that have, though. I just have not crossed that barrier yet.
We make it an event.
Fucking do it.
We make it an event. We really do. We turn on Johnny Cash. We turn on Hank Williams. Yeah. And he gets all hopped up, and we just talk about everything else while I'm scraping his ass.
Unbelievable.
And he's mortified. He's just like, yeah, when's our next road trip? Oh, not so hard, God damn it.
Oh, shit.
Can't you just throw him in a shower at that point?
Sometimes you don't want to throw him in a shower because it's a big production.
Okay.
And he fights it like a lion. I just showered yesterday. I don't need a shower. I just need a shave.
Jimmy, would you wipe your own parents' ass?
I guess if you have to...
That's a tough call, man. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank God I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Right now, I just think I'd pull out a list of things that I had wanted to discuss as a child that didn't get talked about first. But no, I guess you have. Does having kids make it easier though? Because you've done that with your daughters. It's different, totally different.
No, that's a different beast, man. It's the stench alone is a completely different beast. The kids are no problem. They don't really smell. It's little, and it's your own. Totally different beast. It's like people wiping their own dog or something. It's yours. When it's an adult, and I mean the stench to look at another man that way or a woman, it's just
Yeah, you're
looking at their junk. I'm looking at his junk like, wow, my donkey don't look like that. I'm looking at is that what I'm gonna look like? It's a different beast. Different beast.
Better man than I. There's no fucking way I would fucking hire someone to follow me around and do that.
See, now that's
no way I could
That's
do
what
that.
I want to do. I want to say now that I'm watching this, I would save money so someone could do that for me, and I want it to be an event.
Mm-hmm. So you could still travel around, you do everything, but during the shit part, it's like now you're on
with the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
There it is. There it is. You're on call.
Let's go. This is
right
why
now.
you get money.
And then you just stand there, talk to them, and someone else could be.
Turn on my. Wouldn't you like your Judas Priest, Mr. Breuer?
Turn on the devil's child.
Phones are lit. They're all in the club. Guys all over the place in the club.
We're
it's
all
something,
that age.
It's something no one talks about.
No, but it's real life, man.
Not in the club yet. I think I'm getting close, though.
It's real life.
The Opie and Anthony Podcast. The Opie and Anthony Podcast continues.
How's Pops doing there, Breuer?
He's good. He's got a 24-hour aid, changing his diapers.
Jesus.
Well, it is what it is. You can only change ass so much.
Yeah.
I can't take him on the road. It costs a lot. I ain't paying for it. My mom's going broke. She did not want to give that up. And I kind of think it's sort of a circle of life. She took his money. At the end of the day, she would say, "Don't think any of your children are taking any of my goddamn money." And, and he was the one that made all the bread, especially when they retired. And so he never saw a nickel of it.
So it's payback time.
So now she's got to pay it all for someone to clean his ass.
Wow.
The videos you make with him and your mom are just fucking great.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I'm gonna make some more soon.
You should. Where do they go for that? Your website, obviously.
Yeah, the Facebook page. That's where I go.
Yeah, Facebook.
I want to show you the movie, man.
You got a copy?
I know, and I didn't bring it.
Again, you forgot the
movie.
I'll make a movie.
What about you? You little munchkin there, little Hutsku.
Just turned 1.
Walking, running, terrorizing.
Walking like he's on stilts.
You had to raise your whole apartment 3 feet.
Taking headers all the time. Took a header into my TV the other day.
Oh, nice.
Oof.
But then you bring him out in public, and you just expect someone to take him from you.
Right.
You got the bruises. He knows.
Yeah, you out of city.
He's got a weird ear bruise now, and one on his cheek.
Yeah.
Takes headers.
Toughen him up.
Because,
looks like he's been slugged.
Well, because he's walking like he's on stilts, and then when he starts getting really wobbly, you would think he would just say, "All right, I'm bailing. I'm going back to crawling." No, that makes him go faster. So then when he does hit, he fucking hits.
Right.
Full
They're
ramming
like,
speed.
Yes.
They're like the modern day jackass kids, but they're not getting paid for it.
Right.
They're just like, staircase. I just started walking. I'm
Thank
going
God.
for it.
Thank God I have no stairs. Thank God.
Yeah, wow. A piece of, an outlet. Let me start taking my tongue in it.
Yeah.
They do things Steve-O wouldn't think of doing.
You know how you have charges all over your house? You think nothing of it?
Yeah.
The fucking kids want to suck on that shit.
biting
You don't
through the
realize
cord.
how
While they're
dangerous
still
your
plugged
house is.
on.
Right.
No,
Plugged in.
I realize because I have my brother and sister's kids
They come over
have been
now.
over my house. Now my brother baby-proofed his house when they were really young and shit like that, and my sister same thing. But then they'd come over for holidays at my house,
And they're offended
and
by your
I'm
house,
like,
right?
fucking broken booze bottles on the floor, guns are laying everywhere. There's just bullets and fucking everything's got a sharp edge. Have you seen my new authentic? Yeah, I got my coffee table was made by Schick. It's a giant razor blade that just sits on legs.
Oh, man.
It's the most dangerous house in the world. My fucking house.
I had to get rid of my glass coffee table.
Right.
The first thing. I'm like,
right,
I didn't want to. I love this stupid little thing, and now it's a nice soft
What do you
little
sit under to
cushion.
look at shits now? You gotta love that old gag.
Now I got one of those coffee tables. It's a big piece of furniture, basically. You know what I mean? So it's just soft. I'm like, oh,
Everything's got to be
man.
cushy.
This thing had edges on it where it
bubble wrapped. Oh,
not good.
And you realize
diamonds.
Everything you invested with your furniture was it's like the New York Mets. You wasted all your freaking money on all these unvaluable things. Because when you have kids, you should get rid of all your get shit furniture. Go to Salvation Army. Get peed on, puked on, bitten, salivated on.
You nailed it.
Markers.
Yeah,
and
markers.
fucking-
We just finished painting. Painting. Came home. I left my sister with the 2-year-old for 10 minutes. She's out there smoking a cigarette, and I got new black marker all over the house. There's nothing you can do.
How do you know?
You don't get mad, or do you get mad, or you're like,
What do you do? They're 2. I get mad at the sister. Like, what were you doing? I don't know. I gave her a piece of paper.
But do you sit the kid down?
Piece of paper. Yeah, use the paper. Oh, the wall.
It's all on her gums. She's painting her gums.
It's so true.
You have to sit her down and explain fiscal responsibility.
That's really what it is. Read her
Yes, this
book.
is not helping. You gotta sit her down and explain, how is this helping the family? This is helping the family.
That's right.
I'm at the stage where the diapers are now full-on man shits. It
yeah.
is
Those are good hearty
the
ones.
first 8 or 9 months, you
Get them
laugh.
in your fingernails.
You laugh at changing diapers. It's nothing.
Right.
And then, man, I don't know. I think around 10 and a half months, it's man shit. And you do dry heave and you want to fucking puke.
I'll trade you your 1-year-old for my 88-year-old.
Oh, God.
You want to talk about man shit?
Oh, Jesus.
This is like old man diarrhea. It's good times.
God,
It's not like opening up at 8 in the morning, just a spring door and that cool breeze of I've been laying in my own shit for the last 9 hours. Good times. Good times.
Good times.
Good times.
Did you ever-
I didn't mean it. I know, Dad.
I didn't mean
I
it.
didn't mean it.
Now, that one was on purpose.
You're a saint.
I didn't mean it.
I don't know if I can handle that. My dad lost it in my car once when he was alive, and I was just like, wow.
Mine did too.
Lost it.
He shot?
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Mine did two or 3 times. I wanted to kill him. I'd come back from Long
He
Island.
had diarrhea or something. It wasn't even like it was having an issue. It was just like, holy fuck.
Nah, mine. I was coming back from Long Island, bro. Go
You're
over
a
the
saint.
bridge.
You're
I
a
said,
saint.
"You got to shit?" No. You sure you gonna shit? No. George Washington Bridge.
Is there traffic?
Bang, yeah, packed. We finally get on the side. He's already, and he's got to shit again. We pull over. He's projecting. He couldn't even get his pants all over the inside of my door.
Yeah.
We had to hose that thing like it was a murder scene.
Did
It
you
was
ever
ugly.
puke?
Henry Hill's fucking trunk.
That's exactly what it was.
You
It
ever
was
puke
horrible.
over it?
I never puked. I dry heaved real hard.
Sure.
Real hard.
I will say the Breuer does a bit about that is fucking hilarious, man.
Well,
That-
it's
God
true.
Damn, is that I know. That's what it's truly funny.
The Opie and Anthony Podcast.
When I heard you were coming in today, very
Yes.
excited, obviously. Someone was telling me you got a great story about your pops.
Oh, no.
This never ends. This really never ends.
Your dad obviously is getting up there. 85, I think, at this point.
9.
He's 89.
9. Let me 89.
Wow, man.
89.
Yeah, lives
I think
in the
I
house.
think I lost a couple of years there.
You
somewhere.
did lose a couple years.
Wow, 89.
89.
God bless him. But he's living with you because of the whole
Listen to me.
mom-dad thing.
Yes. Which now my eyes are opening up wider. of
Wow, I
who's-
thought they were fucking...
They're no, they were already
saucers.
and they were already saucers. Now they're
Yeah.
like the cartoon,
Yeah.
cartoon kind. When they
Giant
bounce
eyes.
out.
Yeah.
Anime. You got the anime eyes. You're
I
probably
said, check this
You're
out.
probably figuring out that they're both the problem.
Well, here's now. First of all, the last month, I have nurses that come and they get my dad out of bed, and they'll stay with him till like 1. I'll make him breakfast or whatever, and then he takes a nap for 3 hours, and then they put him in bed at 8 o'clock. Come back at 4, get him out of his nap.
What does he have anything officially? A disease or Early stages
like
of
congestive
Alzheimer's or
heart
something?
failure, a little bit. Not Alzheimer's. He's got dementia.
Right. Okay.
But this is another thing. Like, I don't know if he plays a game. There's times when he's so with it, and I know he's with it, and there's other times. Here, I put on a George Carlin. He loves George Carlin, so I put on George Carlin. I've never hear him laugh. And there was this one section where Carlin goes, "I love getting old." He goes, "I like pretending I don't know nothing. I pretend I'm senile just so I can fuck up." And my dad went,
Oh, shit.
and it's the only thing he laughed hard at.
And now you're thinking, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. I'm like, what's going on with this guy?
Yeah.
Well, the last month, we have a girl that is really good to him. She takes him out. She takes him for breakfast. But he's been getting really sexually ornery.
Oh, no.
So to the point...
At 89.
Yeah, he makes... First, he makes like these psychotic faces. Like,
Like horny guy faces?
yeah, worse. More like, I'm going to get your face. Like, ah. But he can't because he's wheelchair bound. There's no easy.
Yeah.
I gotta get you. Now this started. We came out to Long Island for a wedding about a month ago. It's right after Thanksgiving, and we brought a nurse out there. She was in a room with him. Wife and I were in another room.
Uh-oh.
He has his own bed. He can't even get out of bed. He needs help getting out of the bed and in the bed.
Jeez.
She goes, it was the night, very early in the morning. She's like, Jimmy, Mr. Jimmy, he scared me last night.
Oh, no.
So what happened? I put him in bed, and I don't know how this happened. He in bed, I put cover, I put pillows so he not can fall and get out. I feel somebody hand on me. I look up. He getting in my bed. He got out of his bed.
Whoa.
Walk in the dark to my side. Open. He said, I come in bed with you. I said, no. You, no. I'm married. You go back in bed.
No.
She said he then sat up all night. Every time I'd wake up and I look, he was just sitting up staring at me. He scared me. So I talked to him.
Shit.
He's like, I don't remember that. Then she said, he apologized to me. He say sorry. But he won't, to me, he goes, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I remember that. Like a bird. What happened? I remember that. I remember that. What happened? No recollection. No recollection. So it's starting to build up. But now when these nurses come, he gets this. First he starts with the face. And they say, hey, relax.
They know just from the face that he's
you'll
he's
know
going.
it, Ant. And you'll
yeah.
see the face. He gets this cynical, what would I like to do to you?
Oh, my God.
It's really, it's borderline disturbing.
Yeah.
But then he starts, like she'll be sitting across from him playing a card game. He'll lift his leg and trying to play footsie with her. And you're like, come on, man. You're 90. Relax. Like, cut it out. She's 30. Then he does Copperfields. You know, if they're taking her out of bed, he'll go for an ass cheek. He does Copperfields.
You know what's fucked up? He totally get away with it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
They
great.
get away with
Right.
it. And that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like, hey.
This is what I'm not.
Let's just get onto this, right.
This is going on, and she tells me, she's like, "Oh yeah, he's very." And then she's telling me, I come in this morning and his Pampers were undone, and he was wet, and it wasn't pee-pee. I went. I said, you know what, man? I don't know.
Oh, man.
I said, I don't know if I'm buying this. I really don't know. The chick is also in she's lawsuits and this going on. You just don't know.
Yeah.
What's going on and like, should I get a lawyer? Is this the beginning of a setup? What's going on here? So Friday, he's being really bad, and I'm 5 feet from him. So I hear her going, Mr. Breuer, that's your first warning. No more. I turn around, what are you doing? I catch him with the hands and the legs, and he's trying.
God.
Now, the third time she says no. Now, I used to live in Florida, and they had a chimp farm. And the chimp farm, the chimps were so horny that they would just hold the cages and they'd have their little and they'd shake back and forth like nuts, out of control, rocking back and forth. He's in the wheelchair, shaking
Holy shit, like
back and forth like
the chimp
like,
farm.
Yes, and he can't control himself. So he said, "All right, done with you. You got to go downstairs." Now it's 12:30, 1 o'clock's nap time. So she helps him down the stairs, puts him in the bathroom. She comes up and she's saying, which I don't really believe, she said he was so excited.
Oh, no.
He started drooling and shaking. And she's going, look at my arm. He drooled on me. He was he was shaking. He was so excited.
Is she hot, by the way? Just for the visual?
She's not. She's not to an 89-year-old man.
She's a 10.
She's an attractive girl.
She's all right, though. Okay.
She's not an ugly girl. She's an attractive girl. I mean, you know.
Okay. I'm just wondering what an 89-year-old looks at.
She's not
to find attractive.
Yeah.
She's an attractive. I can see where the excitement comes from.
Gotcha.
Now, with that said, she's now doing, she's doing his clothes and stuff like that. And we're in the kitchen, and she's going, I can see why your mother might have been mad and might have been frustrated, because that is frustrating. He doesn't even. He's getting gross. And when I agree, I'm starting to wonder what's going on here.
Yeah.
So about 5 minutes later, she goes down, and she also said when she put him on the toilet to go to the bathroom, he had a raging one going on. So now I'm talking, I'm like, can you do it at that? She's like, oh, you don't know. Nursing homes, they do it with each other. Like, what? we let them finish, blah, blah. About 5 minutes later, she comes upstairs. Mr. Jimmy, he's having a stroke. Well, so I go run downstairs. Now, when he sits on the toilet, she lights a candle because the smell is horrifying. Lights up my whole bottom staircase.
Oh, wow.
He destroys it's borderline dry heaving. I swear, it's borderline dry heaving.
Jesus.
So he lights a candle. He's passed out on the toilet, but he's doing convulsions.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, his head's going back. I've seen this before, so I'm not freaking out. But I do think this is it. And I think he's having a heart attack, honestly.
Whoa.
Because he's shaking and having convulsions, and he's passed out to the point where the candle is burning his hair and he doesn't feel it.
Holy fuck.
So I smell the burning. I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm lifting him up, and he's, hair syringing. The girls are calling 911. My wife's calling 911. The nurse is calling. I said, Dad, look at me. Look at me. He can't. His eyes are flickering. Says, Dad, look at us. Get me orange juice. I'm putting cold heat. Nothing. And I said, all right, this is it. This is
Jesus.
I'm ready for this. I've been waiting for this for a while. We're good to go. Then he starts coming to a little bit. Dad, you okay? You all right? All right, he's out. Paramedics show up, and just then I see the DNA. He basically pulled himself and whacked himself into a coma.
Holy shit.
So
Wait a minute. Holy fuck, you gotta be kidding me.
I swear at my kids' lives. So he whacked himself to the point where he shot into orbit and he couldn't recover. So
Holy shit.
So
that must have felt great.
that's what I said.
Man, if you're sitting there, eyes fluttering, and you just can't move, your hair's on fire, what a great orgasm. Holy shit.
That's the ultimate, right?
That's fucking heaven.
You should go after that. What's there to live for after that?
Wow, dude. That's
Fuck yeah,
fucking
man.
crazy.
You should take his life.
So
Holy
now,
fuck.
I don't know how to
Wait, is it on him?
It's on
The
his
aftermath
legs.
is on him?
On his legs.
Oh, my
wow.
God.
She's clean. She's clean. She's like, it's in, it's, oh my gosh, he did that one. So now, first the cops show up.
Oh, shit.
What's going on here, Jimmy? I think we just found out what happened. He whacked until he went into orbit, and he just he literally just put his hands up in the air. He's like, "I'll wait for the medics to show up. I really don't need to know about this." He leaves every in my town, you call an ambulance, 40 cars show up.
Yeah.
Everyone that walked in there laughed harder than the next person.
Oh my God!
Wow.
But they couldn't get him up. He was completely incoherent, and we had to send him to the hospital. So he goes to the hospital, and the ER people are like, "So what's the problem?"
Oh, well, get a load of this.
Well,
Here's the problem.
Speaking of getting a load, getting a load of this. You're not going to believe this one. Turns out he just needs a cigarette.
Fuck. So, well, here's what was more disturbing. Now, I tell my mom. See if I can find the text. I tell my mom, but I didn't want to tell her what happened. I didn't want to make her mad or nothing. So, with that said, my sister, I go, Mom, Dad went in the hospital. Oh, what's going on? He passed out. Oh, okay. My sister sends me a text going, I'm with Mom, and I just told her she's laughing hysterically. She said Dad does that all the time.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
I would imagine that's what heroin would be. The state he was in.
But I'm just, and my mom's like, you're so naive. Why would you be so naive to just think all that ends or whatever? Well, I don't know. Who would think of that?
True. Yeah, who's going to...
I would think your noodle just stays soft after a while.
I do too. Like, there's no way you can be, excited or have your spirits lifted.
In a state.
Yes, in that state. So...
of arousal.
Yeah, this is... arousal. So this is the beginning of, I'm sure, many interesting scenarios that'll happen in my father's bedroom. So now I know. Always don't stick him in the bathroom. Stick him in the bed. This is where I ain't gonna worry about.
Yeah, he'll just be laying down and
let him go out.
Was it a blood pressure thing? Like
yes,
the blood pressure just dropped,
plummeted,
his head went right to his dick,
plummeted.
Holy
plummeted,
shit!
Wow, plummeted, and I don't know. Should I? He's so bad with the nurses. I really thought about snipping him.
You know what he needs? He needs the fucking the G suits that the fighter pilots wear, where it squeezes the blood out of their legs to keep it in their head when they're pulling fucking 9 Gs. He's pulling 9 Gs on his dick, and you gotta fucking keep the blood in his head.
But a hole in the crotch so he can still enjoy himself.
Yeah.
And then I'll have the noises.
The blood is rushing out of his head. Wow.
All hands on deck. All hands on deck. We've been hit. We've been hit.
Pull up. Terrain. Pull up.
That's funny, man. That's what's going on in his head.
Oh, man.
Great. Holy shit.
How do you make that one up?
Yeah, and how do you fucking deal with it? I guess you just put him in
he's
bed,
been mortified since
has
then.
he?
Yeah, he's like
Which
a
means he's
sheepish
unaware.
dog.
He's
Of
aware,
course he's aware.
If he's
because
mortified by that, then he's way more aware than you realize.
he is more aware because whenever he's with the girls, the minute I walk in the room, he sheepishly stops and he looks over his shoulder to see where I am to make sure I'm not looking.
Looking at
he knows.
looking.
He know, and there's one other nurse that he doesn't play with. That's not as attractive.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
And
I
she
wonder
might
if
be-
that's.
She might be too American too, because I'm dealing with nurse aides and stuff that come to your house, and if they speak of a really foreign, dirty language,
like
they
really
will-
broken. Not
yeah, they will
out.
treat your loved one great.
Yeah, like it's their own.
But if they're educated, they went to nursing school.
They don't want nothing to do with it.
Nah.
Wow.
Nah, you need a dirty foreigner to take care of your fucking parents.
You're right.
I'm telling you, we had one for a little while, and this one barely spoke English, broken English, and she fucking treated my mom like she was the queen.
Right.
And she's had it the other way where they're
You're
like,
right.
fuck this.
You're right. Oh, because if they are if they
Trinidad. Trinidad's a good one.
Oh, Trinidad's great. they're like straight from heaven. Anything from Texas down,
forget it.
Yeah,
is
good.
heavenly.
They're gonna take care of you.
Heavenly human beings.
Yes.
Any American, forget it. Because
a nurse aide from Jersey, forget about it.
Forget it. We would any American we had, like a real American we've had, will sit there and just text and almost look like it's a burden. And I feel uncomfortable in my house.
Yeah, they text the whole time.
They just sit next to your father just texting.
Oh, yeah.
They do here a lot. Here.
Ooh.
Here.
Here. Right. Here. You want water? Here. Here. Okay, ready for nap?
But man, I mean,
let's take a 9-hour nap.
But the Trinidad,
sounds great.
The Trinidad,
use that.
The Trinidad still get in the shower with your mama and make sure everything
scrub up
and everything is washed properly.
Yeah,
they'll get right in there, man. They feel like they need to do a proper job.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He knows.
I know.
He knows.
It's good stuff, man. So yeah, that's my world.
That's a great story.
Oof,
are you telling that one on stage?
You know what? No, I don't know how to do the. I don't know yet.
That one's.
That's a
be told.
story.
Yeah.
It's a story.
But that's what I love about your comedy.
I'm going to do a story night. I'm going to do stand up and then a story night. I got plenty of stories.
I love when you do stories.
That'd be a good story
Love it.
night. That and the 10 best cities my dad has crapped himself. That's my next tour. That's a one man show.
Can we get into that after the break?
Sure.
I want to hear about the cities, the top 10 cities your dad has.
Oh my gosh!
I told Breuer before the show it's got to be a coffee table book.
Now,
His fans would fucking buy that in a second.
Why is this smell so bad? Is it medication, just medical stuff?
I don't know if it's the
What's he
age,
eating?
the diet, the meds, whatever it is.
It's a whole
It's horrifying.
conglomeration of
I think because pieces of your colon are actually now leaving your
dying
body
off
with every shit.
Oh God!
When you walk in through you come through my garage and there's a lower room where he lives in, and then you walk up a couple steps and that's the main house. That whole bottom floor is out of commission when he goes to the toilet.
It's just
you can't go near. It's like a wall as you go down the second step.
stenches out the whole fucking
destroys
floor.
the place. You got to light 1,000,000 candles.
Yeah.
Wow,
It's horrifying.
Man.
The Opie and Anthony podcast continues.
Just caught up with Jim Breuer. He's got a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
His parents are still doing well.
My father's 90.
90.
Thinks he
Jeez.
lives in Florida. He lives in my house. Thinks it's 1947.
Oh shit.
And he thinks he's in Florida.
Right.
That's beautiful.
Oh, that's
great.
funny. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So he's good.
See,
'Cause
dementia can't be that bad.
Well,
if you could turn it into living in a very cool year,
Right.
and in a state you like,
Right. He'll tell you anything about the war.
right?
Tell you anything about the war and the time he went to a whorehouse. He'll tell you anything about that. But yesterday and whose kids are, he's not really sure about that.
Oh man.
Does he have a hard time with the tech? Does the technology, like if you show him an iPad, does he realize like, wow,
he
this-
doesn't know what the hell that is.
No, but if you show him that, does he go like, wow, this couldn't be 1947, or is there any?
No,
Oh.
not even.
But the brain is weird. Like he remembers everything from the war, and that's
Yes.
probably completely accurate too.
Oh, he's dead accurate. And then he woke up. There was a stretch where he woke up, and,
Yeah.
and I videotaped him. I put on
shit.
Facebook a couple weeks ago where he thought he was he said, I don't know. He wakes up because she's in the hospital bed, and you go there. You go, morning, Dad. He's like, I'm in the movies.
Holy shit.
You're in the movies. Who you in the movie
Oh,
with?
no.
He goes, Shirley Temple. I said, you're kidding. Where are you filming this week? Because yeah, Atlantic City. I said, what are you filming? He goes, I can't tell you. It's a secret. I said, all right. How much they paying you? $800. So, all right.
What
Sounds
the
good.
fuck?
I hope I'm in that
Right.
fucking world.
Your
man.
outlook,
Yeah.
Your outlook's great on it though. Do you ever get bummed out or depressed?
No, I
by
really
this?
don't.
You're-
No, he's 90.
Good for you,
It's
man.
already every day's.
Borrowed time, right?
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
It's not like he's gonna protect me from a bunch of bullies. Like those days are over. It's
Right.
not like
Yeah,
he's gonna give me advice about anything. It's over. Who cares?
Wow.
It's like having an awesome 2-year-old kid hanging out.
Right.
Holy shit.
And how's your mom? How's your mom?
Oh, much better. That's another epic. We had a couple epics on here.
By the way, sorry to interrupt you. Are you filming your dad? Like you talked about your documentary, or whatever.
No, because it's real. I started to, and it's more depressing now. So it's more of. I mean, if you want to hear it, it's more a lot of cleaning.
Oh boy!
And their ass is literally his ass is like an elephant ass. So you have to like spread it. I mean, it's just layers of old skin.
Oh wow!
So yeah. It's just like here I am. I'm gonna be cleaning my dad with the hose. So it's not really like the other one. He was alert and I could bust his balls and all that. Where here he's not really.
It's different.
He just says yeah a lot. Yeah.
Are the conversations worth filming? Like not that part, but like, is there anything in that would be uplifting or helpful to people? Because I think that's fascinating. The shit that you.
The documentary was great.
Yeah, no, it was, and I think I got pretty much everything I could have got. Where and I keep hearing you over and over. You know, start filming them again. Start filming them again. Or and I really don't know, Jim. If there's
maybe there's nothing there.
If there's enough there, what you would see is just like, all right, I'm getting him out of bed. And then the only thing he remembers is what happened in 1945.
Well, I went in the Japanese, and I shipped out of Seattle, and then I had to leave for 2 weeks in Australia. Oh my God, I got a cat house, got crabs.
And that's true. That's the most. And the most entertaining thing he'll do.
Yeah.
And it's hard to capture is people come up to him like on Thanksgiving and they want to talk to him. They sit down like, hey, James, this guy? This guy said he's working at the. I'm working the Statue of Liberty. You know, it's about America and blah blah blah. And he kind of lured him in. And he goes, I don't give a shit.
See, that would be funny.
But if they're so far and few,
right?
I'd have to have a camera on him 24/7.
But also the contrast between what you filmed already that was in the documentary and what's going on now could be. Obviously, it'd be depressing, but kind of.
I think it's helpful. People don't know what to do.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do.
You seem to be handling it better than most, which is kind of what I'm saying. Like you seem to be doing a dignified, great job with it and saying, hey, this is what it is and this is how you deal with it. And that's pretty impressive, man.
I learned it from watching elephants. National Geographic.
Elephants.
The old elephant lags behind. If the lions don't get him, the other ones push him along. And shit just drips down his leg, and they stick him in a mud hole, and that's it. They move along, and then they're dead. And
is he still happy in his own way?
Yeah, as long as they're eating.
Right.
As long as they want to eat, he'll wake up every day and go, I'm hungry.
Are there times you feed him certain things knowing that you have to take care of it on the other end?
Yeah, no.
like
Thanksgiving.
No chicken wings or...
No, Thanksgiving. I had a huge fight with my wife because she said you got to give him fruit. Because I have a nurse that helps out. Nurse wasn't there Thanksgiving. So I take him all day, no problem. There's 30 people over the house. And she's like, he eats fruit every morning. So I'm not giving him fruit. So what you gotta give him? I said I'm not giving him fruit because when we give fruit, 2 hours later it's splat. I'm not cleaning that up today.
Oh God!
I want to enjoy my.
my God! Yeah.
My stuffing. I want to enjoy some nice gravy, and I don't want
mashed
this.
Potatoes
gets in your fingernails.
Why
don't you put gloves on?
I do put gloves on. I do. All the way up to my freaking my elbow. I got gloves.
Man.
But yeah, if I have them, it's a very strict diet.
See, cleaning up after my kids is starting to get rough because it's starting to smell like real shit.
Oh yeah,
I can't imagine doing it with a fucking.
No, wait till they're $1.80. $1.80 pounds, eating celery and meat and eggs, just pouncing on. Then they're in that. Then they're in the old tubes.
Right.
Half of them are already. They've got dead meat in there for 30 years. Then comes
so
out.
You're scraping some of that off the walls before it comes out.
He doesn't go very solid. It's like bad elephant.
Yeah.
It's
so amazing.
So wait, will he get out of bed to eat, or is he in bed all the time?
Oh no, we got to get him. We get him out of bed, but we got to.
Can he walk around on his own and stuff?
No.
No walkers or anything?
As a matter of fact, on a walker for about
5 feet?
Yeah, maybe 20, 30 feet.
Okay.
And then it's all wheelchair.
Right.
And then there's a little staircase, 5 stairs. I got to get him up and down.
How do you do that?
He grab his ass and you grab one of his under his shoulders and
you just kind of push him upwards.
And then the other tricky thing is when they're older too, they take this medicine. So if you squeeze too hard,
oh man,
you literally rip their skin open.
Yeah.
Like literally just
I totally know that.
gorges open. So you got to be careful the way you.
The skin is ridiculously paper thin and very.
Yeah.
That
weird.
happened to my mom.
It's really weird. So.
Does he ever make the bathroom on his own or no? Like, he just can't tell when he has to go, or once in a while can he sense it?
You got to sit him down like a kid. You got to sit or like a dog. You got to let him out. So, what I'll do is,
wow.
Do you have a schedule figured out?
Yeah.
So you kind of know, like, all right, it's coming soon. So
absolutely.
Instead of having him make it in his pants, I'll hopefully get to a toilet.
Yes.
Gotcha.
What you do is in the morning he has cereal, bananas, then he gets fruit, then he gets toast, then he gets cookies. And then coffee, then we walk him like 3 times around the island. Wow. He walks around the little kitchen island doing his little dance. He stares out the window and he shakes his head. And then it's like, all right, let's go downstairs and sit on the toilet. And then he sits on the toilet and just like a kid, you go, did you go? And he goes, no. Did you go yet? No, but you just got to wait for the smell. Like, oh, all right. And then that's another thing. If you really want to hear it, he's too... He don't like a real guy. He can't tuck your donkey in, when you sit down, you tuck your dick down,
right?
And you sit. He's not capable of doing that. So I have to pad around his dick because when he's crapping, he's peeing all over.
Oh shit!
So I gotta put pads all over the floor and all over like literally tape it around his sack and his legs because it's more cleaning.
Oh my God!
Why don't you get a bidet? We'll get one of those Japanese toilets with a bidet, so you don't have to wipe him when he's on the toilet. A bidet would do a great job.
You still got to wipe no matter what. There's too many crevices, like you were saying.
It's like elephant skin, and when they, if you want to hear it, he gets like a callus on his butt cheeks when they get older because they're sit down so much. So they have like this. You have to constantly put cream in. Literally, when I go to the bathroom, as he sits, I have to spread his cheeks apart so there's a nice clear path. Otherwise, if you just sit him down, then
it's a whole thing. Yeah,
it'll get smeary. It'll be smearing all over.
What a good son, though. Jim's a good son.
He's amazing.
And
his outlook on the whole thing's amazing.
Yeah,
I really have no problem.
Saintly.
Yeah, I make my kids watch it. I want to make sure they're in line to take care of me like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, well, that sucked. Thanks for listening to the Opie and Anthony podcast. To hear the Opie and Anthony show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.